A statement with which many would agree that your planets, your constellation control a major chunk of your life. Be it your relationship, be it your career, everything is controlled by the planets. And when your career is controlled by a planet, so we can go ahead, check your horoscope, and then we can decide that whether this individual is going to have a superb career or it is going to be just yet another average career. Now career in itself is a very big concept, but there are certain parameters by which we can judge how it is going to be. See, all of the name and fame, all of the respect that you're going to get in the society is going to be through your career, right? The good career you have, the better your life would be. There can be other problems, like you may have a fractured arm, but if you have a driver and a cook and a nurse or a person, domestic help to take care of you, still you'll have that problem, but still it will be better than most of the people. We cannot completely dissolve away that problem, but the level of that problem goes down drastically. Same is the thinking behind this, that career is good, everything in life is good. Now there are certain things that you need to judge. First of all, you always have to look at the 10th house. The flavor of your career overall, how it is going to be, would be given by the 10th house of the D1 chart. Now different planets sitting over here has their own different flavor. Like for example, if you have very malefic planets or planets that are fiery in nature, it is considered really good, like sun sitting in the 10th house. Why? Because see, it is already at the top place. The margin for growth in the 10th house is already very less. At the same time, you have cutthroat competition in the market. You need to be able to go ahead, be sharper, be meaner, right? To be able to win over the market, to win over the competition. With a soft heart, you cannot run a business. With a soft heart, you cannot manage your employees. And with a soft heart, you cannot win the market. All of this requires strong planets, and stronger and malefics the planet are, the better the career would be. Right? Like for example, you have Sun in the 10th house. You would have good name and fame in your career. Right? You will be known for the good you have done in the career. Maybe if you, even if you have done bad, your example would always be given to the employees, or example would always be given to different businesses, that these were the businesses who did something very good, or these were the businesses who did something very bad. Now see, that is the identity, name and fame Sun is going to give you. If Sun is very well placed, your office building, your location becomes a landmark. So people would have to give address, so they will like near, and that would be your business premises, because Sun is going to give you that status, that name and fame. If Sun is furthermore virgin, so the government may even name the road after your business, right? So that is the power of Sun in the 10th house. Again, when you have Moon, a planet like Moon in the 10th house, the Moon is a softer planet. A softer planet in the 10th house is not very much desired. Now on Moon, on the other hand, is a planet which has a lot of phases, from no moon to full moon. So all of the shades will be experienced in your career. The career will never be stable. There will be a lot of fluctuation. There will be a lot of fluctuation in terms of salary. People are mostly in logistic kind of business. People are mostly in commission based businesses, where you do not know what your total at the end of the month is going to be. And again, Moon, you can be the best performer or you can be the worst performer. Similar way, there are other planets, like for example Mars. If you have Mars in the 10th house, and luckily you get 10th sign also, right, Capricorn over there, so this Mars becomes exalted, you are going to create empires, right? No one can match your working speed. You will be on a next level, next pedestal. People would die just catching up to you, right? They would never ever compare to you. That is the power of Mars in the 10th house. Now again, see, there are a lot of things to consider. Suppose Mars is in the 10th house, but the sign over there becomes Cancer, so Mars is debilitated. Now all of the strength of Mars has been very much taken away, so the effects would be not very pronounced. You will be working hard, but you may not be able to create empires. So Mars in the 10th house with good conditions is one of the superb placements that you can get. You will be blessed by God to have such a placement. Similar is the placement related to Jupiter, one of the worst placement considered by many. Why? Because Jupiter is a type of planet that is not able to work. It's a very softer planet. It's a fatty planet, and it's not able to work, and it is continuously in learning mode. It's a planet of wisdom, knowledge, philosophy, and it wants to do that. And it is not able to compete with people, cannot be meaner, cannot be leaner in terms of business, cannot be ruthless, and without being ruthless how you are going to do a business. So that is the main problem related. So they do not go into performance boards, right? They cannot execute their plans. They always keep on planning. That is the problem of Jupiter in the 10th house. Now let's talk about Venus. Venus on the other hand is a softer planner, but still Venus in Shastras is called Daitya, right? Because it is the teacher of the demons. You can say that would be the literal translation of it. Venus over here has both of the flavors. So Venus in the 10th house is very good. It creates multiple sources of income. One of the problem is your relationship is likely to suffer. Person will have one or this other sort of problem in terms of their relationship or their career. So that is thing. Saturn on the other hand is considered very very good over here. Why it is good? Because you will be a very slow steady worker. Your career would always go on a good incline. It would be like 10% increase, then 20% increase, 30%, 40, 50, 60, going all the way to 100. It would never be like 10, then directly went up to 30, then went up to 60, stayed for 60 for so long, and then went up ahead again. It will be a slow, stable rise, but it will keep on rising. It will never come down. And this is actually highly desirable by businessmen who already have a very very large business. Like your father created such a big business and now you want to take it further. The margin for growth is already very less for you. You cannot go very much higher. So in that case, having a good Saturn over there is very very good. You will always keep on growing. Market may go up, market may go down, but your steady growth will be guaranteed. So that is the power of a good Saturn if it is paired with already a very good efficient working big business. So that is how it works. Now there are two shadow planets, Rahu and Ketu. How are they going to work out? See, they also work out very supremely well because naturally they are malefic in nature. So Ketu works really really good, but Ketu has two personality and very two extreme personalities, I must say. Either Ketu is going to be like this workaholic person who is always in the work and performing, and it is very single-minded and very singly focused. Will not be doing a lot of businesses, one business completely focused on it, all in, that type of attitude. Or it will be, I don't want to work, I cannot work hard, that sort of fluctuation you may be able to see with Ketu. For Ketu to work, you always just have to kick that person. If you are always worried that your performance would be checked, somebody is there to check your work, you are naturally going to perform having Ketu in the 10th house. But still, there would be chances that you may not want to work, or definitely there are around minimum of 3 career changes at least you can expect having Ketu in the 10th house. Similarly is the case of Rahu. Rahu in the 10th house is considered a super placement by majority of individual, and it is to an extent true, but there is also one point that should be very very cautiously considered. Like Rahu, what it does, people say it gives you sudden wealth. No, it never gives you sudden wealth, sudden growth. The system was already there, it was working, it was already in building, everything was majorly done. When Rahu period came, it suddenly blew up, right? That is how it is going to be. It is never like there was nothing, you did one thing and it blew up. It took you years and years and years to build that thing, but Rahu period, when it came, it acted as a catalyst and the thing went up like the thing skyrocketed. You can say that may be the appropriate word regarding it. But there's a thing related to Rahu. What I have personally observed is many people, many people during their Rahu periods, Rahu major antardasha or major dasha period, what people do is people grow up a lot. But when the dasha ends, there is a tendency of Rahu to take away what it has given to you. So you have to be very very careful. The system that you have created, you also have to make sure that when the dasha of Rahu or the antardasha of Rahu is going away, you have to be careful that it may go away. You would have to do certain remedies, you have to be very very careful regarding your planning, because that is likely to happen. Now this is just a flavor that you get by just looking at planet in the 10th house, but this is not it. Until and unless you don't go and check D10 chart of an individual, we would consider this consultation or a astrological reading invalid. It's a sin to not check D10 chart. See, now there are multiple things too you can check. You can check the 10th lord of D1 going into D10, the Lagna, the ascendant of D10 chart. You can check what the 10th lord is doing, Sun, Saturn, Moon, 4th house. Once you check all of this, you will get such a beautiful picture that you would be able to say with a guarantee how the career is going to be. And when you have all of these things are very, very strong, you are going to create a beautiful big business empire. Like, let's suppose you have 10th house, you have certain planet in 10th house, but there's a zodiac number that is written over there. If it's 10, 10 is written over there, so it's Saturn. 8 is written over there, it is Mars. So you go ahead and check what is the position of that Saturn or Mars. Suppose it goes up and sits in the Lagna, sits in the 9th house, 4th house, 5th house, 10th house. Very good. What is going to happen? You will have multiple sources of income, multiple businesses. Your growth would be guaranteed. So basically, all the good things that you can think of. But suppose it goes and sits in the 12th house, 6th house, 8th house, any of the trick houses. What is going to happen is the growth will not be guaranteed. You would have to work twice as hard to get half of the results, right? So this is something that is going to happen. Similarly, just looking at the Lagna of D10 is not enough. The Lagna or the ascendant of D10 is very, very important. I must say that. Why? Because it is going to give you a career that is going to pay for your living, right? There are certain people who are working, like they are earning whatever they are earning, 5 or 10% more is their expenditure. So when expenditure surpasses your earning, that means the Lagan, the ascendant of your D10 chart is not that good. And there are many individuals who start any work and automatically they are able to attain the funding for it. They may start the work with 2 to 3 lakhs, and the work after 6 months they would have to pay around 12 to 13 lakhs. They will see automatically the money would come to them. Either they'll get a loan or something or the other would happen. So whenever I get clients like this, I always say, so keep on doing something new in your business. Start a small projects or do a renovation, do something. Just keep on doing changes in your business. You'll automatically get the money that you need. So that is one of the good positions. Similarly, 10th lord. Now 10th lord, if it is situated good, so you are going to have a very, overall you'll have a very good career. If it goes into the 9th house, so you'll travel a lot. There will be continuous shifting in your career. You'll go far away from one place to another place to another place. That is going to happen. But your luck is going to be very, very strong. Similarly, if it's in the 6th, 10th lord goes into the 6th house in D10, what is going to happen is you may get a promotion and a place change. If it goes into the 8th house, you may get a punishment and a place change. If it goes into the 12th house, you may get a demotion and a place change. And demotion is also applicable in the 8th house also. So it depends on what house it is going in, what combination it is forming, and based on that you can say that how your overall career is going to be from combining D1 and combining D10. Now there are certain planets that you should always look at. I always consider and think that all of the planets are on one side, and Saturn and Sun are one of the two most important planets when it comes to D10. Why? See, Sun is going to give you that name, frame, identity in your business, right? It is guaranteed if Sun is very good in D10. Same is you with Saturn, you're going to get subordinates. So if the Saturn is really good, you will have subordinates who will work and work very beautifully for your business, right? So if you're working alone, there is a certain extent to which you can work, but once you have a team, you can become a think tank and they can just execute whatever you have designed, right? So you need that team, and that team can only be given by Saturn. If you do not have a strong Saturn, I'm sorry, it is very difficult to become a very, very big business. Similar way, you can look at Moon in the D10. What it signifies is insecurity, right? If it's afflicted, you will be very much insecure related to your work. It doesn't mean that you will not have money. You'll still have a lot of money, but still there will be some or the other amount of insecurity in your work, right? Because the path of wealth is also dictated by Moon, so the path of wealth would be difficult. And once you have gone through a difficult path, you have attained success. Now what you're going to think? You're going to think, nobody should challenge my position. I need to secure my position. So you'll be very insecure about it. Many of the celebrities and politicians, they have this combination. So this guarantees that it doesn't dictate that whether you'll have money or not, but this dictates how secure you will be related to your position in your career. Same way, you can look at the fourth house. Fourth house in D10 signifies the happiness you're going to get from your career. Because if it's good, you're happy from your career. No matter what you're doing, you're still happy. And no matter how much you're earning, if the fourth house is not good, you'll never be happy from your career. This is how you can check whether your child is going to be suitable for your business. Because if they are happy, no matter what they are going to do, they will be successful, they will take your business forward. So by this you can get a very good idea of anyone's career, even your own career, so you can understand how it is going to impact you, how it is going to impact your life. So I hope I was able to give you some good insights, was able to clear your doubts regarding how the career is going to be. If you have any doubt, please put down in the comment, I'll answer over there. I'll bring similar topics. Till then, namaste.